Ladies and gentlemen, today we are here to talk about something that is both a challenge and a reality that many women face. Their silent battles. These battles often go unnoticed, unspoken, and sometimes misunderstood. Today, I want to shed light on the struggles women face every day with no support, no validation, and often no recognition. These battles are not just external, they are deeply internal. They affect the mind, body, and spirit. Yet, many women continue to fight these battles in silence, often alone. A woman's silent battle with no support is a struggle that many of us are unaware of. Yet, it is a reality that countless women experience daily. It is a battle that often goes unnoticed because it is fought behind closed doors, in the privacy of their hearts and minds, and sometimes even in the absence of those closest to them. The challenges that women face, whether emotional, mental, or physical, are often overlooked by society, leaving them to carry the burden alone. Women have a unique ability to endure and fight in silence, but this comes at a heavy price. From the outside, a woman may seem strong, confident, and put together. She may be juggling a career, family, relationships, and personal ambitions with apparent ease. Yet, beneath this exterior, many women are silently battling feelings of inadequacy, fear, loneliness, and exhaustion. These battles are not always visible. They are not always shared because of the stigma that often surrounds vulnerability and seeking help. The first issue women face in their silent struggles is the expectation of perfection. From a young age, girls are often taught to take on responsibilities, to be strong, to be nurturing, and to maintain an image of composure. The weight of these expectations is immense, as women are expected to meet the needs of everyone around them, often at the expense of their own well-being. They are expected to be selfless, to take care of their families, to excel in their careers, to maintain a flawless appearance, and to constantly be the emotional support for others. The pressure to meet these expectations can be overwhelming, leading to self-doubt and feelings of unworthiness when they inevitably fall short. In many cases, women internalize these expectations and feel guilty when they cannot meet them, leading to an ongoing cycle of self-criticism and emotional pain. In addition to the pressures placed on women by society, there is also the fear of speaking out about their struggles. Women often fear being judged or labeled as weak or incapable. There is a belief, sometimes even self-imposed, that if they admit to struggling or needing help, it somehow diminishes their value or strength. This fear keeps them silent, even though they may be experiencing deep emotional turmoil. The need to protect one's image and maintain the appearance of strength can make women feel isolated and alone. When they cannot share their burdens, they begin to carry them in silence, believing that they must handle everything on their own. The mental and emotional toll of these silent battles is not something that can be easily seen by others. Women often struggle with anxiety, depression, and feelings of inadequacy, but these struggles are often dismissed or misunderstood. The emotional weight of being expected to carry so much without adequate support can erode a woman's mental health over time. Anxiety can arise from constantly feeling like there is not enough time to do everything, and the constant pressure to be perfect can trigger feelings of self-doubt and low self-esteem. Depression can set in when women feel that their needs are not being met and that they are giving everything without receiving anything in return. Yet, even in the face of these emotional challenges, women may continue to function outwardly as if everything is fine, masking their pain for the sake of others. Another significant aspect of a woman's silent battle is the lack of support systems. While society often tells women that they are strong and independent, the reality is that many women face their struggles without a solid support network. Friends, family, and even colleagues may not fully understand the depth of the challenges women face. or the emotional toll that these challenges take. In some cases, women may even feel that reaching out for help would be seen as a burden to others, or that their struggles are not worthy of attention. This lack of support can be isolating, leaving women to navigate their struggles on their own. Despite the overwhelming challenges that many women face, there is a remarkable resilience that exists within them. This resilience is not about having it all together or never feeling vulnerable, but rather about the courage to continue moving forward despite the struggles. Women find strength in their ability to persevere, even when the road ahead seems uncertain or difficult. They draw from an inner well of determination, strength, and faith, finding ways to heal and grow even in the midst of their battles. However, this resilience does not mean that they should have to fight alone. Women deserve to be seen, heard, and supported in their journey. They deserve to have the space to share their pain and seek help without fear of judgment or rejection. In conclusion, the silent battles that women fight are real and deserve recognition and support. Women are not meant to carry the weight of the world on their own. It is time that we as a society recognize the emotional, mental, and physical struggles that women face and create spaces where they can express their pain, receive support, and find healing. No woman should ever feel that she must fight her battles alone. As we acknowledge these silent struggles, we can help create an environment where women are empowered to thrive, not in spite of their battles, but because of the strength and resilience they demonstrate in the face of them. The journey that many women face in their lives is one that is often marked by a series of silent battles fought in isolation with no support or recognition. These battles are multifaceted, and they do not discriminate based on age, social status, or background. They are emotional, mental, and at times physical struggles that go unnoticed by those around them. As a society, we have been conditioned to see women as strong, self-sufficient, and capable of managing everything that life throws at them. While these traits are true to some extent, they often overshadow the silent wars many women fight within themselves. These women carry an invisible burden, a weight that others may never see, but that affects them profoundly. At the core of this silent battle is the expectation to be perfect in every aspect of life. From a young age, many girls are taught that their value is determined by how well they perform in society's eyes. They are expected to be caring, compassionate, and selfless, often putting the needs of others before their own. This expectation extends to every part of their lives, at home, in their careers, within relationships. Women are expected to manage multiple roles seamlessly: caring mothers, dedicated employees, supportive wives, and engaging friends. And while many women excel at fulfilling these roles, it comes at a cost. The pressure to constantly be on, to be everything to everyone, can be overwhelming. This pressure causes women to internalize a sense of inadequacy when they cannot meet these expectations, even though the reality is that no one can. Yet the fear of failure and judgment keeps many women from speaking up or asking for help. They often believe that if they admit their struggles, they will be seen as weak or incapable. This fear silences their pain, and instead of reaching out for support, they carry their burdens in silence, enduring more than they should have to. This expectation of perfection also brings with it an emotional toll that can be seen in the mental and psychological health of many women. The constant need to meet high standards often leads to stress, anxiety, and even depression. These are not conditions that are always visible to others. Women may continue to function as if everything is fine on the outside, but internally, the lack of support is another key factor that exacerbates a woman's silent battle. While society tells women that they are strong and independent, many women find themselves without the necessary support systems to help them cope with their struggles. Friends, family, and colleagues may be unaware of the emotional toll a woman is experiencing, as women often hide their pain to protect others from the burden. In some cases, women may even feel that seeking help would be a burden to others, or that their struggles are not valid enough to warrant support. This lack of recognition and empathy from others can lead to feelings of loneliness and isolation. Women are often expected to handle everything on their own, without the emotional or practical support they need. They possess a remarkable strength and resilience. They continue to fight, to move forward, and to carry on, even when everything inside them tells them to stop. This resilience is not about pretending everything is fine or suppressing emotions. It is about finding the inner strength to keep going despite the overwhelming challenges. Women often draw strength from within themselves, learning to adapt to their circumstances and to push through their struggles. However, this resilience should not be taken for granted. It is important to recognize that while women are capable of incredible endurance, they should not have to fight their battles in isolation. The strength of a woman does not lie in her ability to endure silently, but in her willingness to seek support when needed and to acknowledge that she is deserving of help. It is essential for society to create an environment where women are encouraged to speak about their struggles without fear of judgment. Women should be given the space to express their pain, their frustrations, and their emotional needs without the fear of being labeled as weak or incapable. This requires building a culture that values vulnerability and emotional honesty. Women should feel empowered to reach out for help when they need it, knowing that their struggles are valid and that seeking support is a sign of strength, not weakness. As we work to create these spaces of support, it is important to remember that women do not have to face their battles alone. By acknowledging the silent struggles they face and offering the necessary support, we can help create a world where women are not just surviving. Women need to know that they are seen, heard, and valued. They deserve to be supported in their emotional and mental health journeys and to know that they are not alone. When women are empowered to face their battles with the support they need, they can overcome even the most difficult challenges, not as isolated individuals, but as part of a strong and supportive community. The silent battles many women face are often unseen and unacknowledged. These struggles occur within the confines of their own minds, hearts, and bodies, with no external recognition or support. Women are expected to fulfill numerous roles in society, from caring for families to excelling in careers, while maintaining an image of grace, strength, and composure. This heavy expectation can make women feel like they must handle everything independently without showing any sign of vulnerability. Yet, the reality is that these struggles take a significant emotional and mental toll, leaving many women to silently bear the weight of expectations. The result is an ongoing internal conflict that remains largely invisible to the outside world. At the heart of these silent battles is the pressure to be perfect in all aspects of life. From a young age, many girls are taught that their worth is determined by how well they meet society's standards. Women are expected to perform flawlessly in their personal and professional lives, to be selfless caregivers, attentive partners, and strong individuals who can manage all aspects of life without faltering. The societal demands placed on women are immense and unrelenting. They are expected to be everything to everyone and excel in every role they take on, whether it is fulfilling the responsibilities of motherhood, managing a career, or maintaining an impeccable appearance. The pressure to meet these expectations often becomes overwhelming. When women fall short of these ideals, they may feel like they are failing, and these feelings of inadequacy can spiral into anxiety, self-doubt, and even depression. Yet, Many women choose to suffer in silence, afraid to reveal their vulnerabilities, fearing judgment or rejection. Instead of reaching out for help, they quietly shoulder the burden of unmet expectations, believing that to ask for support would make them seem weak or incapable. This fear of judgment often prevents women from speaking out about their struggles, and as a result, they are left to carry their emotional burdens alone. When a woman faces anxiety or depression, she may not express it openly because she fears being labeled as weak or unstable. Women are expected to be strong, both for themselves and for others. And admitting to feelings of fear or sadness may be seen as a sign of failure. This creates a dangerous cycle as women continue to suppress their emotions and endure in silence. The fear of judgment creates a sense of isolation as women feel they have no one they can turn to. They may continue to function outwardly, pretending that everything is fine, even as they struggle internally. This emotional suppression can be harmful, leading to a loss of self-esteem, a diminished sense of self-worth, and further emotional distress. As these feelings fester in silence, the mental and emotional toll becomes even harder to manage, leading to exhaustion, burnout, and an overwhelming sense of hopelessness. Another major component of this silent battle is the lack of support. Society often emphasizes the idea of female independence, encouraging women to be strong and self-sufficient. While these are admirable qualities, the expectation that women should always be able to manage everything alone can be harmful. Women may feel as though they must handle every challenge on their own without asking for help. The reality, however, is that no one can face life's challenges entirely alone. Yet, when women do ask for support, it is not always forthcoming. Friends, family, and colleagues may not fully understand the depth of the emotional or mental struggle a woman is facing. In some cases, people may dismiss or trivialize a woman's pain, either because they are unaware of the severity of the issue or because they believe she should be able to handle it without assistance. This lack of support and create a sense of isolation. As women are left to navigate their struggles without the comfort of understanding or empathy, the absence of a strong support system leaves women feeling as though their struggles are invisible, and they may begin to question whether they are deserving of help or whether their pain is even worth acknowledging.